Bravo! Bravo, bravo! Oh, how you doing? I'm just looking around. Things sure have changed since I was here. The cars, the buildings, the people. Everything's just different. Oh, let me introduce myself. Lieutenant Tom Edwards of the 25th Infantry Division. Of course, I'm not even sure if that division's still in existence today. But during the war, well, Vietnam that is, mine was one of the best fighting battalions in all South Vietnam. But I guess they're not there anymore. You see, I'm not sure about a lot of things, because I never came back from that war. I was killed on a joint operations with special forces outside the village of Pleiku while evacuating some orphan children. I was hit while running with 2 children under my arms. They made it out all right. I guess I just wasn't that lucky. Oh, I'm not complaining. I knew when I signed up it could happen. Besides, I'm not the only one who took it that day. In fact, I know that there have been countless thousands who've given their lives in order for the folks at home to enjoy freedom. So that's why I've come back. I wanted to see just what kind of shape this country we died for is in. And like I said before, there have been a lot of changes. Some good, but then maybe some not so good. But it looks like the basis of everything America still stands for is freedom. Why, I see the Statue of Liberty still standing tall in New York Harbor. I gotta admit, it still does something to me to see that proud lady. Same thing happens when I see our nation's flag flying overhead. What a great country this is. Hey, I want y'all to meet some real special folks. Oh, don't worry. They can't see us or hear us. But you see that good-looking guy over there by the fireplace? That's my boy. He was only 3 when I was killed. I gotta admit, that was the hardest part about giving my life for my country. I miss so much. Let's listen.
Dad, what are you thinking about?
I was just thinking about my dad. I wish I could have known him better. Really had a chance to love him. It was 38 years ago today. He was killed in Vietnam.
Daddy, what was Grandpa like?
You know, I really don't remember that much. Mostly what Grandma's told me. But I do know this. He loved me and Grandma very much. He'd have been so proud of all of you.
Was Grandpa a hero?
He really was, honey. He paid the ultimate price. In fact, he was rescuing children not much younger than you from being killed by enemy fire near their orphanage. He gave his life saving others in the hopes that one day they'd be able to enjoy the same kind of freedoms that we have in our country.
Gee, Dad, I never really thought about it. It must have been hard growing up without Grandpa.
You know, son, it really was. There were so many times I just wanted to be able to touch him, to talk to him. Even though I'm a dad myself, I'd have given anything just to be able to put my arms around him and tell him how much I love him. You know, there's a letter that I've read every year on this day for as long as I can remember. When your grandpa's body was found, this was in his shirt pocket. He'd written it to me that morning. Your grandma gave this to me on my 18th birthday. I think it's time that you know what it says. He wrote it on October 20th, 1967. Dear son, I know you're too young to read yet, but I've been thinking about you so much these past few days. I just had to write and let you know how much I love you. I hate like crazy being away from you and your mother. I just hope this war gets over soon so we can be together as a family. Every day I realize the reason I'm here fighting is so you and thousands of other little boys and girls just like you will be able to grow up in a free country. But freedom isn't free. In fact, we all have to do whatever it takes in order to guarantee that we will never lose the freedom that so many have given their lives to protect. That's why I'm here doing my part. That's why our country is so great. It's a common bond all Americans share. though I don't enjoy being away from you, I'm proud to be defending our country. I hope one day, when you're old enough to understand, you'll be proud of me too. Well, I have to go for now. There's some boys and girls who don't have a mom or dad, and I've got to get them out of here before they get hurt. So even though you can't read yet, I always want you to know how much I love you. Take good care of your mother and give her a real big hug for me. And son, don't grow up too fast without me. Love, Dad. You know, my dad's dream has come true, and I am proud of him. His love and sacrifice for our family and this country live on in my heart. I want it to live on in yours as well. If it was worth Grandpa's dying for, then it's worth our living for. Dad, if you can hear us, we love you.
I love you too, son. Well, I gotta go. But you know, what my son said is really true. God gave us this great land. And if so many people in our nation's country, in this history, have been willing to give their all to keep America free, then it's time for you in this generation to do whatever it takes